Alongside Nash in the backcourt, it'll be Jason Richardson, Grant Hill on the wing, Channing Frye, and the just returned from injury Robin Lopez in the middle for the Suns. For Dallas, Jason Kidd and Deshaun Stevenson in the backcourt, Caron Butler, Dirk Nowitzki, and Tyson Chandler up front. For more on tonight's matchup.
He actually feels like he's playing with more explosiveness than ever before. We'll see.
And for
line area, that's where they free up a lot of their people.
Richardson, kind of a barometer for the Suns. When he shoots well, they generally win. When he struggles, they have a tough time. Nowitzki from the elbow.
You've got to get up and jam him. Anytime he picks up his dribble, get up and jam him, because if you lay off him, range is not a problem.
Nash around and out of the rebound to Nowitzki. The two old friends, Nowitzki and Nash, embracing and catching up at center court before the game began. Deshaun Stevenson shooting the ball so much better this year than he did last year.
Well, he's shooting 50% in threes, and he takes 3 a game. I see that should have been a catch. That should have been a catch and a dunk.
Kidd, Nowitzki, and a hard foul by Robin Lopez will send Tyson Chandler to the line. Fair bit, depending on the team he's facing, a fair bit of 2-3 zone might fire off the team. And there are still some unanswered questions right now for the Suns.
Well, anytime you're a leading scoring team in the league, but then you have a minus differential, you know that you're doing nothing at the other end.
Right.
All right, so the defensive percentages are down, and also points in the paint are right at the bottom of the list.
The screen by Frye. Nash on the drive. Still plenty of time. Richardson scoops it up and in.
Well, this is what you'd like to see more of. Don't.
The 6'8" Hill, a small forward on the 7-footer Dirk Nowitzki. Now with the switch, Channing Frye's got him. Stevenson got it.
Well, Stevenson's playing with a lot of confidence. They like his defense, but the big thing is, look out.
That's a pretty good play to have in your back pocket.
Well, that's because it's catch him. But how about the pass? The pass was great.
50-foot pass right to the rim. Chandler can't handle it. Butler corrals.
Nice.
Chandler with a slam.
Okay, we have 2 of the best passing teams in the league here tonight. Dallas is 4th in the league at 23 assists. A lot of people don't give them that credit.
Nash gets inside, somehow finds his way into some open space in the paint and knocks it down.
He's got the beep-beep game going tonight.
He's been back for 11 games now. The numbers have been good. Still affects him, though. Chandler on the follow. What an active man he is in the middle.
You can get to the rim because people have to protect against three-point shooting at both ends.
Hill trying to back down Kidd.
Nice.
And he does it beautifully.
He likes to do that. 1 point a game, that's all.
And I'm sorry, go ahead. Go.
No, and made the All-NBA team 5 years in a row.
Lopez got a piece.
Yeah, got to get it out now.
Numbers for Phoenix. Good hands by Butler. Chandler ahead to Butler. And we have Chandler and Nash down on the court.
Yep. Nash is ready. You got to call a timeout here now. But he was behind the play. Just keep an eye on it right here.
His hit, but Steve Nash was helped off the court. Generally speaking, walking under his own power, as you can see, but we got to look at some replays during the break, Cuba, that we're going to show the folks at home right now. In court, Nash was helped up and walked very slowly over toward the Phoenix bench. So Goran Dragic has come to the game and immediately fouled by Jason Kidd. Nash was very alert the whole time, but he was aware, Cuba, that
in his arm, so they've brought him back here to the locker room. He's being treated by his head athletic trainer, as well as the Dallas Mavericks head physician. Robert Sarver, the GM of the team, is also back here, and as soon as they know whether or not he can return to action, I'll let you know.
And Haywood, and really Stevenson was kind of perceived as the throw into the deal, but he's playing very well this year. Blocked from behind by Frye, saved by Hill.
This year is to get his body in shape and then find the areas in the floor where he's going to be open.
And Butler fouled on the drive.
Down to the defense. Can your defense rotate quickly enough?
For this season.
Well, he's having a terrific year. They love the fact he's playing a little over a half the game. He gives you 9 points, 9 rebounds, and one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Beautiful up and under by Dirk. Couldn't finish. Nowitzki shooting 56% from the field this season at the line. May get some big minutes tonight in the absence of Nash.
26 to 30 points. Then when you add Beret,
Might come the closest to replacing Amari Stoudemire, but there aren't many Amari Stoudemires in the league. Warwick has it rejected by Chandler.
well, this is where Dallas is. They're tough in this building right there. You shoot and miss. You better get back quickly. Now, right now, this is a strong move. Great shot block. Anytime that you go after Chandler, he's one of the top 10 in the league. Then at the other end, when you have Terry and Marion out there, they are finishers on the break.
Richardson had 3 games earlier this week where he scored a total of 18 points, bounced back with 29, went shoot it from outside, had 7 threes Wednesday against the T-Wolves, all of them in the second half. Kidd cross court to Terry. Yes. Boy, he has fun playing the game, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, and that's why I tried to say earlier, they're so good passing the basketball. That's what makes their team this year.
For half instead of one longer one on the NBA. A triple header. Bulls and Knicks, Nuggets and Thunder. Trips have gone down this season. Kidd. And Hayward can't handle.
You got to score here.
And Dragic will just kind of gently dunk it over the front of the rim. Hopefully this is not a serious, and it is a temporary, a very short-term thing for Steve Nash.
Absolutely.
Marion, no. Haywood, and a foul.
They can make the foul shots. Getting out of both guys. Out of both guys, they're getting the 14-pointed area defense.
Shot clock at 5. Richardson finds Warwick. And that's what Warwick can do. He may not be Stoudemire, but on the arc. But Rick Carlisle loves his floor game, and Dallas goes zone now, Coach.
Yeah, this is what they do when they have Terry and Barea in there. They play 2-3 side.
Warwick misses the slam, but does draw the foul.
Get movement and ball into that painted 9 points a game. Shoots a high percentage. And he's one of the... Haywood had no idea that the ball was even coming to him.
Dragic turns the corner. Warwick lays it in. Phoenix leads.
Dragic has already been. They're man-to-man now. They'll trap it. Oh, Haywood, you got to do a better job than that.
Dragic misses badly from the elbow. Dudley. And he will shoot a couple. Jared Dudley at the line.
They're giving up 110 a game. That's less than the league.
Steve Nash, injured early in this game, suffered a stinger, will not return. But the Suns playing well in his absence, and they've got the lead over Jason Terry and the Mavs.
That's from the perimeter.
Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, sure.
Jumper from the corner, short for Fry. Phoenix responding well after the injury to Nash. And they've got a lead here as we enter the second quarter. Boy, but when Jason Terry puts the pedal to the metal, nobody seems to be able to get back and stop him. Rebound Nowitzki.
Yeah, it was too bad. He faded a little too far on that shot. They continue to run that curl move on the left side of the floor.
Terry to Marion. Boy, those two are working well together. Gives the team a defender in the starting unit and gives them a true scorer in Terry, of course, with the second unit. Dirk, tough catch and finish.
Now, that's the first time that they fronted Dirk Nowitzki.
All of the night for Nowitzki.
Oh, offensive foul.
Yeah, Dragic got away with one and then got the bounce as well. He's living a charmed life. Nowitzki draws the double team. 5 to shoot. Terry over Hito Turkoglu knocks it down. Jason Terry has come to play tonight.
Well,
He'll be 12 points and 8 rebounds in 24 minutes.
Well, he played great last year. Remember, they made it run when they put him in the starting lineup. They were 22-9 down the end of the year.
And that might not be Nash and Stoudemire, but
Western Conference Finals before they lose to the Lakers 4 games.
He's got only 4 points in 12 minutes, and now he's gone to the bench. And who knows if Rick Carlisle will sit him for the rest of the half. Marion slithers his way in and draws the foul. He'll shoot a couple.
Point guard on the floor out there right now. But you have to remember, you have Turgo and you add 9 from Barea. That's not bad for your first 8 guys.
Alice pushing the ball the other way in a hurry. Wide open, Caron Butler. Rebound to Lopez.
I see the big key right now is going. Oh, great move. Great move by one of the better steal guys that we have in the league.
Here in Phoenix, struggled in Toronto last year, has lost his starting job, not putting up big numbers, only 9.5 points per game, 4-on-1, Hubie.
Oh, they'll give it up. Right now, you got to get a timeout here. Well, when you look at Marion, Barea, and Terry, these guys are jets out on the break, plus totally unselfish, and they all will attack. Scores by Dallas in the open court for 13 points.
Terry on the drive, the follow by Haywood.
Well, that's...
And Phoenix has a lot of wing players, a lot of 3-4s, and almost all of them are in the game right now. With Nash injured, Dragic on the bench, you got Lopez who lays it in, but then Dudley's a wing guy, Hill's a wing guy. So the puzzle just not quite fitting together with this group.
Now, with the 2-3 zone, you got to get it to the baseline, into the paint, or into the middle of the floor, into the paint. Then you'll break them down.
Sean Marion, boy, it's as if Jason Terry and Sean Marion said, how about I pass to you this time and you'll pass to me next time. They're playing the loose ball for the Mavericks. Good hands by Turkoglu to force the turnover.
Come on now, attack.
Dudley got it.
When you're breaking 2-on-2 in that situation, they're on your back and take them to the rim.
Phoenix at the beginning of a tremendously difficult part of their schedule. They're at Oklahoma City Sunday, at San Antonio Monday, home to Miami Wednesday.
Well, a lot of people forget when Marion played for Phoenix, he was a big-time three-point shooter.
It might not look pretty, but the numbers are pretty good. 3-on-2.
I think it's about as long as it goes in. Is that it? Yeah.
Exactly. I can't tell if it's paper or confetti, what it is exactly, but they got most of them off the floor. But
well, Dan, Steve Nash remains in the locker room where he is watching the game. And, Steve, we certainly wish you a quick recovery. He does have...
Mavericks.
Well, they'll play Jason Kidd up front if they play the 2-3 zone. That's how they like to match up.
Dragic driving on Barea. Tough little fadeaway is good, and Goran Dragic is into double figures now with 10.
Well, he
misses the three. He is just 7 for 56 on the season shooting three-point range, but Rick Carlisle told us everything else about him is going great. His floor game, distributing the ball. Fry, this is what he does best.
Well, he's on Wednesday night when they played against Minnesota. He loves it out in the middle of the floor behind the three-point line.
That's the first three of the game, Hubie, for Phoenix. Jason Terry, he'll answer with a three of his own.
Well, we know that.
Dragic, the lefty, going right most of the time tonight. He scrambles for the loose ball. 5 on the shot clock. And a shot clock violation. Again, a smaller lineup for Dallas. Sean Marion playing the power forward position right now.
Oh, come on, Dragic's got to throw the ball a hill. I mean, come on. He had Kidd posted in there for 5 seconds of the 48 points.
Robert Lopez turns on Chandler. Left hand, no. Got it back. Fresh 24.
There you go. He'll challenge.
Here in Dallas, the American Airlines Center, the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are 20-5 on the season.
Well, they've done a terrific job on the road. Anytime you're 8-1 on the road in this league and beating a lot of teams over 500, you know you got a good club.
Jason Terry having...
You can post up against his zone in the paint.
Lopez didn't want to go to work the first time on Marion. Now he will, but he fades away. About 5 inches and a height advantage.
Yeah, you're right. See, and that was a good call, Dan, because all of his shots are off the front of the rim.
Oh, boy.
He's hurt.
The Jet is ready for takeoff here tonight. We saw Dirk Nowitzki on the bench. He hasn't done a whole lot here tonight because of foul trouble. Just 4 points in 12 minutes. He's got 3 fouls. Good steal by Marion. Dallas can hold for the final shot.
You jump up in the air and you go to pass the ball. Defender intercepts.
Marion from Kidd. So pretty efficient basketball at the offensive end. The Mavericks lead by 12. Hannah Storm and Jalen Rose. We're going to send you to the studio with them for the Toyota halftime show right after this.
the bench give you 31 points. It's all in the half-court game and in transition. They've been a blur out on the break. Fast break points 17-7. Well, mainly because of Marion and Terry in the open floor. Anytime they get in the half-court game, these two guys off the dribble are setting up other people. Terry, along with his points, has 5 assists. It's been beautiful to watch if you're a Dallas fan. Unfortunately for Phoenix at the other end, they are 1 for 9 in threes.
That's not happening as much this year.
No, well, of course not, because you can play it. You don't have to double team anymore if Nash isn't in the game. And if you can get under and force him to give up the ball, stay with the 3-point.
Stevenson short, rebound Richardson.
Now you have a break here. You have 4 on 2.
The pull up, and Richardson buries it.
Now, anytime that you're on the break, and you can see they're saying right now, Phoenix is saying we're playing zone no matter what. Makes or misses.
Caron Butler, his second field goal of the second half.
He's playing excellent basketball. There's no doubt about it. He's healthy now. He's a good defender, a good rebound for you. In the open floor, he can run, and then he can create for you off the dribble.
Great bounce pass of the backdoor cut. Channing Frye finding Jason Richardson.
Get out in the break, and then you, being one of the best 3-point shooting teams, will get off to 1 for 9.
Kidd the lob, and Chandler the finish.
Well, we've seen a lot of that. They're second in the league. Chandler is second in the league in dunks off of lobs to Aldridge from Portland.
Kidd averaging almost 9 assists per game as Richardson knocks down another one. Getting a chance to see Steve Nash play because of the injury. But in Nash and Kidd, you've got 2 point guards playing as well at an advanced age as just about anybody in the history of the game. Nowitzki buries it. I mean, you're really talking.
John Stockton had 15,806 assists. Right? Kidd is 11,142. He's second.
He's 4,000 behind.
That's right.
Our Mark Jackson. Nash suffering a stinger early in the first quarter. Some numbness and tingling in his arms, and will not return. Jason Kidd with a steal. Right now the Mavericks are just taking over here in the third quarter. They're playing with a lot of energy at the defensive end. They're sharing the ball, and they're knocking down shots at the offensive end.
Well, see, this first unit has a total
difficult stretch in their schedule. Grant Hill trying to defend Nowitzki, giving up a lot of size. Kidd loves to post, does it very well.
He does that extremely well.
So ice cold from beyond the arc, just 1 for 13 on the night. They've made the second most threes of any team in the NBA this year.
You notice the coverage here in this third quarter?
There's one for
Frye. You made one right there. But I'd like the
Chandler. He keeps shaking out that right hand and right wrist. He fell on it a few minutes ago and still isn't feeling right. And Frye won't let Nowitzki get to the rim.
Perfect example of Nowitzki going to the line now. He had a mismatch.
They were last year. There's a lot of basketball to be played and a lot of good teams in this league, but they're looking like a complete package right now.
Well, the big thing with them is his age. Will they continue to do this once we get into 50 games to 75 to 82 games? Can they do it? And then when they get to playoff time, can they get out of that first round?
Butler bumped and finishes. Great strength by Caron Butler. And Butler, who kind of on this team, Rick Rose, Oklahoma City, Kevin Durant, Miami, LeBron, San Antonio in a couple of days, Manu Ginobili. He gets the toughest guy.
Oh, yeah, but when he plays the Lakers, he gets a night off. He gets COVID.
That's right.
Defense, actually off-season LASIK surgery said it allows improved peripheral, easy for me to say.
Let's face it, he missed close to 6 years down in Orlando with all of the injuries and the operations on his foot. And it's just nice to see him back playing with a spirit. Because I always want to say this about Grant Hill. 2 points a game, around 8 rebounds, and then was one of the better defenders that we had.
Warren. Triple team. Chandler with the easy block from behind, and Dallas looking to run again. The lob, and a good D by Richardson.
In this league in shooting, and we're seeing one team doing what they do, the other team can't make a field goal.
Yeah, Dallas is at 52 on the night. Phoenix is at 35, and they're only 2 for 16 from three-point range. Dallas is 6 for 12. Richardson will shoot a couple.
Time on the break.
on the NBA. Boston at Orlando. And then in Miami.
Very quietly, San Antonio continues to win.
Yes, you're right. But what a finish last night. Manu Ginobili with a big shot and took a charge in the closing seconds and a comeback win at Denver.
80% on the foul line.
And it really seems like Hubie, his time with the
United States team. Playing on a team like that where everyone was working so hard.
Very vocal on defense. It's not the loudest team on the court, but Chandler, well, that's pretty loud right there. Very vocal with his words and his play at the defensive end. Somehow Barea got inside, and then he missed the reverse.
He's in there a lot. He's in there a lot against everyone. I think he was shocked that he was open so much.
Dragic rattles one home. 3. The Mavericks looking for their 14th win in the last 15 games, and they're well on their way. Scary looking when it happened, but hopefully Steve Nash is all right. Meanwhile, Dallas is dominating. Earl Clark, you can see the length on him and pretty good.
16 and threes. The reason why that's big, they're the second best team in the league in shooting threes. They usually make 8 a game.
Dudley a block. Butler got it back, had it rejected again, and stays with it. The third time is the charm.
Yeah, that's why you like his game. You know, he's 6'7", 6'8", but he's extremely physical as a small forward. He can bang for you in the paint, and he can run like a deer on the break.
Turkoglu to Warwick, who scores and draws the foul.
They'll be playing. They're playing for you, but maybe they can get it down to 8 to 12.
Barea. Good help by Warwick. Now Haywood.
Nice.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, that was nice. He bullied his way right down in there. But he knows right now there are no shot blockers out on the floor right now for the Phoenix Suns.
Turkoglu from the corner knocks down a long 2
minutes. He's not fitting in the style of play with this tempo.
And that's one of the things Alvin Gentry said to us. He's really got too many wing players. There's one of them in Dudley. We talked about Grant Hill. Hedo Turkoglu had advantage of the power forward spot. They don't have that right.
That's correct. And the other thing is, how about Childress, who just signed here, got off to a good start, but now he's not even in the rotation.
Butler with a nifty block on Earl Clark. Turkoglu slips in. Dudley from the corner. Got it.
Nice. Well, Dudley had a great year last year. Not only did he defend well, but he made the threes and he rebounded. And he's having a nice, solid year. They love his talent because he plays with us hard.
Jason Terry again. 18 for Terry, his first point.
And it's only one loss if you lose the game. You got to shake this over, get on the plane, get to the next city, get your next game plan. 18. We're one of the best shooting three-point teams in the league. Down 17.
Turkoglu makes him. Barea keeping that dribble alive, finding the open man in Marion. The extra pass from Terry to Nowitzki.
That's a dagger in the heart. Then you get a guy like Nowitzki who knocks down the long 3.
Clark doesn't get the bounce. Boy, Dirk Nowitzki still going strong, as we mentioned right off the top of the show. Squarely in the MVP.
25 points is like automatic. Plus he gets you 8 to 90% on the foul line. Over 90 this year.
Earlier today, doesn't miss games.
Oh, no.
I mean, just as consistent plays 76 to 82 games every single season of his career. Clark and Haywood called for the foul.
Not that he can do it time in and time out. In this year, 10 straight years of over 50 wins. 10 straight.
Good battle won by Fry for the rebound.
Fry's had a nice game tonight. You know, on the defensive end, rebounding the ball.
Turkoglu rattles home a 3.
That we ran, because if you can get these guys to shoot and miss and get out in the open floor and hit a couple of threes, you're back in business.
Earl Clark working hard against Nowitzki, and finally the foul.
I wish I knew 10 years ago what I know now about, shooting, about attacking, about angles, about how to get to spots where I want to get my shot off, not to force anything, using pump fake, and I think a lot of things plays into that. So yeah, just or if I miss one or two, how to correct myself, what to look for on the next shot. So I just think it's all about experience.
Of what he just said, and show it to high school players, college players, and NBA players once a week, so that they understand there's more to this game. In this league, 12 years, 9 times all NBA, first, second, or third team.
MVP 4 years ago, and in the conversation in the early going this season. Earl Clark with the back-to-back baskets for the Suns in a bit. Rick Carlisle getting some rest for Jason Kidd. He hasn't played extended minutes tonight. He's got Barea and Terry out there in the backcourt right now. Barea right into the teeth of the defense. 1-9 Eastern Ohio meets Troy in the Arclist. You got to admire the determination of Barea. Doesn't mind getting in there with the big guys. Turkoglu with another 3.
See, Berea's on the right team because they're not afraid to play he and Terry together. A lot of coaches wouldn't do that. They do it and they play zone. And 18 rebounds in this game. Now, I know he didn't have a great shooting night.
So hasn't gotten into the game yet tonight. Haywood misses them both.
He'll come in. He'll work hard. He gets here early. He works on his foul shooting because he's a 61% career shooter. That will come. But now, when the two of you split the game in minutes play.
And
see, when Chandler came here, they got the perfect package. The Bulls. He's learned a lot through the years. And then being associated with USA team on 2 occasions, that's also helped his development and his maturity.
Warwick with a nice bank shot. And Phoenix actually cutting into this deficit. What was once 24 is now down to 12.
3 minutes and 40 seconds, and it's 12 already.
And watch after the basket. Immediately, there's the foul. Hakeem Warwick gives the foul. Haywood will go back to the line. Rick Carlisle is trying to get him out of the game. Jan Mahimi.
The other night, in order to play Aldridge under the
free throw in 8 attempts tonight, and you can see the frustration in his body.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of pressure on him, mainly because he came, he re-signed, and he signed, you know, in the league a long time. He's got to work himself out. It's the challenge. Let's see, because this is going to be a great team, and they're going to need you defensively every night.
And the move to Mahimi pays immediate dividends as he knocks down both free throws. Clark answers with another jumper at the other end.
Well, Clark has not been bashful since he's got 7 guys, proven guys here. How you going to move?
Is not paying off. 4 for 4 on the night.
Jump hook, or even stopped and turned and took a little baby jumper.
Marion again. Dirk took a bump, and he looks a little bit shaken up as he makes his way back down on D. Dragic, nice look. And Dudley will shoot 2.
Well, yes, on an injury, that's for sure.
So Nowitzki goes out.
Brought him to Memphis, and unfortunately, his very first
out on Terry. Into the final 2 minutes here in Dallas in a game that the Mavericks have controlled since early in the second quarter. Warwick.
Nice.
And he will convert.
Oh, that was a beautiful pump fake.
Warwick with 15 points and 13 rebounds in this game. Mahimi, nicely done.
Well, unfortunately for them, Turkoglu never rotated in the back, because if he would have rotated, he would have intercepted the pass.
Dragic, he's got some nifty moves.
Oh, he does. Well, he's very beaten Oklahoma City. They've beaten San Antonio. They have some, and beat Utah, all on the road, and that's hard to do.
Mahimi, Steve Novak into the game. Novak, 5th-year player. Dragic all the way, can't finish the layup, and that'll do it. The Mavericks in front of another sellout crowd here at American Airlines Center defeat Phoenix 106-91. And go to 21-5 on the season. SportsCenter is coming up next year on ESPN. Don't forget, NBA coverage continues Christmas Day with 5 games, including Boston, Orlando, and Miami, and the Lakers on ABC. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Hubie Brown, Heather Cox, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Schulman saying thanks for watching and so long from Dallas.